The kitchen. She stands at the stove, stirring the bouillabaisse, bubbling in the pot. She's humming a tune about love and lust. Her hips sway in circles, matching the rhythm of the spoon. She turns the heat down to simmer, while the heat inside turns up. The spoon swirls, her hips twirl, both in a figure of 8. Heat rises, moistening the air above the pot, the spot between her upper thighs. She inhales the rich aroma. She longs for his scent around her, on her, in her. She ladles a sip into her mouth, craving his salty taste. She holds it for a moment, her mouth aching to be filled with him. Swallowing, she relishes the warmth down her throat. Licking her lips slowly, her groin throbs. She stirs still, lost in her desires. Her eyes are closed, oblivious to everything but the bouillabaisse and her breath. Both hot, steamy, wet. Suddenly, arms enfold her. She jumps, shrieks, drops the spoon into the pot. The broth splashes over the sides, sizzles on the stovetop. A husky murmur in her ear. "Sorry, gorgeous, I startled you." A nuzzle on her neck, a nip of her earlobe. His muscular arms, his sharp, spicy scent shrouding her. She exhales. "That's okay. I've been thinking about you." She swivels around to face him, cheeks flushed, pupils pooling, her hazel eyes, feeling his hardness pushing up against her belly. His hands dance up her spine, her lips part in reply. A small sigh escapes. His lips drop light kisses on her neck, her jaw, meandering their way to her mouth, ready, waiting. He sucks gently on her lower lip, a tiny tug, a pull. Moves to her upper lip. His left hand nestles on the small of her back. His right hand slides down to the hem of her floaty floral dress, sweeps it up to her waist. His fingers roam up her thighs, slowly finding their way to her sweet, wet spot. "I love it when you don't wear any underwear," he whispers. His fingers part her lower lips, her body melting against his as he caresses her inside and out. Her breath quickens, his breath quickens, his shaft starts to throb, demanding for release. Grasping her hips, he whips her around, unbuttons his jeans, thrusts into her waiting wetness. She gasps. Clutches the stovetop as he grinds into her faster and faster, in and out, until le petit mort of their scorching ecstasy sizzles, the bouillabaisse boiling over with a dash of cream.